Hey guys, so I got another video for you and I'm very, very excited. If you notice, I'm not doing the car chronicles today. I am actually in my house. And the reason for that is because it's Tuesday, and usually on Tuesdays, that's my night that I spend with the baby, and my husband takes my son to either Muay Thai if he's training for a fight or soccer. So tonight he is actually taking him to soccer. I'm about to go pick up the baby, but I always like to have little picnics in the front of the house with the baby, and I kind of lay out a whole meal for him, or a bunch of meals, because he is a pig. He eats literally everything. So I'm making his dinner right now, and little plug for me, always talking about setting for success. I have all my carbs already set for the week to get me actually until Monday, but I am going to run out of chicken tomorrow, so I'm making a little bit of extra chicken. I'm also making Koa's dinner for when he gets home, and the baby's food, as I mentioned. So basically the point of this video is about something that happened today that literally, and has been going on for a while, that sometimes they say it has to get worse before it gets better. Sometimes, I truly believe that everything happens for a reason. So I believe that I was injured because I needed to finally take care of something that happened 20 years ago. So I can't forget to tell you guys about the ballet. So basically, I am always talking about 4 components of fitness, but now I'm going to add a 5th. So I always talk about proper training. You got to be doing the right training for what your goal is. Then quality cardio. So I don't believe in cardio that doesn't get your heart rate elevated, or I truly believe in interval style of cardio for heart health. And no matter what your goal is, like even when I was at maintenance, I still always did cardio. Even though I'm clean bulking right now, I still do cardio every single day. So then there's quality cardio. Proper nutrition, proper carbs at the right time, the proper balance, protein and carbs. There's a whole science behind it. And then I talked about the 4th component, which is the mental. You have to believe that you can do it. You have to motivate yourself. They say, there's a famous meme that says, many people say motivation doesn't work, neither does bathing. That's why they recommend it every day. So you literally need to motivate yourself every single day. I talk about affirmations. People ask me all the time, what are affirmations? You create your affirmations. You wake up every morning, you look at yourself in the mirror as you're brushing your teeth, either say it in your head or physically say it out loud. Your eyebrows look bomb today, so does your bun, and you are smart. So that was always one of my, and yes, I did word it improper. I did not word it the right way. I always say about the law of attraction. So back in the day, I was saying you are not stupid, because my entire life, my dad used to tell me that I'm stupid, but I probably shouldn't have said that. Maybe it wouldn't have taken me as long to believe that I'm not stupid if I would have worded it properly. They say in the law of attraction that you don't even want to say the negative words. So if you're struggling financially, you don't want to say, I got to get out of debt, I got to get out of debt, because you're actually attracting debt. So I probably shouldn't have been saying I am not stupid. I probably should have said I am smart. So affirmations are something that you create, and then you also have to say something that you want to believe, even if you're really struggling right now to believe it. The mental game, like I am stronger than this. Be mentally stronger than what you physically feel. So, I mean, people talk to me all the time about how do you work through this? How do you work through that? I always talk to my son about pouting and whining and complaining. And I said, Koa, let me ask you a question. Do you hear me complain? Like, I mean, maybe every now and then I might mention that something's bothering me. Every now and then. And I said, but is it an everyday thing? And he said, no. And I said, do you know that I am physically in pain every day? Something. So back in the day, it used to be stomach aches every day. Now, for the past couple of years, I haven't had stomach aches. Like, I'm taking digestive enzymes and probiotics and all that other stuff. I started working with an MD that specializes in homeopathic medicine. Then I started working with my coach, who's a freaking scientist, and degree in biochem. So I literally told him I'm in pain every single day, but it's about me mentally checking out of that pain. Now, 20 years ago, I was in 2 different accidents, a year apart, well, about 2 years apart. One, I was driving 4 lanes and a little old lady pulled out of her driveway and then did a U-turn over a double yellow line, smacked into the right side of me. I went into oncoming traffic, thank God there was nobody. Boom. That was the first time that I saw, and I wasn't really going to bring this up because I don't like to badmouth anything, but that was when my first experience with a chiropractor. I started seeing physical therapy in the future. Then another night, I was picking up my boyfriend. He was working at Hugo Boss, and it was 10:30 at night. It was during Christmas, and I was not in the wrong again, and we were driving in an empty parking lot. I did not have a stop sign. The other side did. Technically, you always want to be a defensive driver, so I should have slowed down, but I didn't. These girls came speeding around the corner, slammed in again to the right side of me. I flipped, did a 180, and I was facing in the other direction. I woke up in the ambulance. And then when I was maybe 1998, so about 19 years ago, I took a full semester of dance because at the time I wanted to be a dancer in college. And I had a ballet teacher that literally was trying to get me to open up my hips. I was laying on the ground. I heard pop, pop. My hip has never been the same. So between the accident, I mean, I have inflammation. You can't touch my back in certain positions. In 20 years, I have not slept on my back because I get sharp pains that shoot up my neck. So I did go see a chiropractor 20 years ago. I attempted it again 4 years ago. I attempted it again 2 years ago. I blew out my back 2 years ago when I got really bad news about something. I went to go do a workout and I wasn't connected. I was stressed out. I was on the verge of tears. I squat and I blew out my back. Then I went to go see a chiropractor, and this literally, I have a little bit of anxiety when it comes to chiropractors and the whole cracking neck thing. So I pinched a nerve in my neck 2 out of the 3 times. Physical therapy worked for me many years ago, and I definitely believe, as much as I hate and want to punch him in the face every single time, but deep tissue sports massage therapy. So right now we have a woman that teaches our jiu-jitsu class, our kids jiu-jitsu class, and women's self-defense. Her name is Sam. She is insanely amazing. So I truly believe that works. And I believe, if you can work it in your budget to get it done every now and then, especially if you're working out in any shape or form, whether you're a bodybuilder, a competitor, figure fitness, or you just want to lose weight and you're working out on weights, which you need to do because you can't just do it with cardio. You're more likely to have loose skin, be less flexible, more prone to injury. I mean, there are so many benefits to resistance training. Everybody should be doing it no matter what the goal is. My mother-in-law does it. She comes into the studio and trains with me. She's in her 60s. I'll leave it at that. I have an 81-year-old client that's a power lifter. Me and my husband actually tag team train her, coach her. I do her nutrition, and then her other days of training, he trains her once a week in the studio. She works out at 3:30 in the morning at 24 Hour Fitness. Whatever. The point is that we all have to take care of ourselves in reference to the 5th component that I am adding in, and that is therapy of some kind. I've tried acupuncture. Personally, it did not work for me. Again, I'm not dogging chiropractors. It just did not work for me. I've tried a million different things. And finally, one of my friends, thank you, Nikki, told me about dry needling. And then my friend Carmen told me about that she's tried it too. And it has changed my life. I have only been going to this guy for a few weeks. The reason I'm making this video is because today was my back day. And I've been seeing him for a few weeks. I see him twice a week, and I actually didn't see him as much last week. I had to cancel one day, and then he was sick. But my God, it's the first back workout I've had, I mean, definitely in 2 months, but in years, where I haven't felt something. I didn't wear a belt. And I am not saying this at all to brag. I am the most humble person there is. But if you're proud of something, what is the big deal? If you check yourself out, you're supposed to be your biggest fan. What is the big deal? So I am saying this in a very humble way, but for me to do bent over rows at 205 pounds for 5 super clean reps with not a lot of bouncing, I mean, it was clean. I might even put it at the end of this video, but the reason I was able to do that, and without a belt, without a weight belt, which I do use for my squats on Sunday, and my shoulder workout yesterday. This is like unbelievable. So I am telling you guys about this. I mean, if you're local, I highly recommend you go see him. Dry needling, cupping, and he just today did something called scraping. It's called gusha. I'm definitely saying it wrong, but it's more Chinese medicine basically. And I can't tell you, like, it has changed the dynamic of my training. So I highly recommend to add in that fifth component of fitness, fifth component of health in general. So if you're working out, doing cardio, eating healthy, just everything, you need to add in some kind of therapy. I mean, maybe it's not something like that. Maybe it's yoga for you. I can't get into yoga. I used to do Bikram. I do love Bikram. I just don't have the time for it. And here's the thing. If I wanted to make time for it, I would. I don't want to make time for it because I'm really feeling what I'm doing right now, and I'm happy with that. And you know what? I don't think Bikram is going to solve the issues that I have. I think that right now this is what I need. So maybe once I get to maintenance with him and I see him very less often, maybe I will have time to do Bikram. Maybe I won't, because the time that I see him is not during a time that there is a Bikram yoga class. Whatever. The point is that you have to take care of yourself. I am definitely going to be able to maximize. I've always maximized on my training, but I definitely feel like I'm going to maximize on it. So I'm like so excited as to how much stronger I'm going to get. And maybe I'll notice a different muscle popping because I'm able to squeeze just a little bit better. And the overall quality of my day, being in less pain. That's my chicken. I don't know if you could hear the buzzer in the background. And I'm literally sweating. This ring light is super hot. So this video was supposed to be short, but we all know how capable I am of that. I hope that this helped. I hope my story, talking about what I've gone through and what a difference this has made for me. His name is Anthony Papa, P-A-P-E, Pape. I don't even know. And he's in Oakland if you want to Google him. He doesn't have a social media, so I can't tell you his social media, but I mean, I think he's phenomenal. If he's not near you, you guys want to look up another, sports therapy, cupping, acupuncture, ask them about dry needling, which he basically says is like a more aggressive form of dry needling. People tend to not do it, but like, because you get sore afterwards. You get sore like it's a workout. But I'll take it. So I hope this helped. My chicken, I don't want my chicken to burn and my baby's food to burn. So I love you guys. I hope you like this. Now I'm all about 5 components of fitness. So no more 4 for me. It's all about 5. But don't forget that mental. Don't forget that mental. You have to believe. Believe in you. Believe you can do anything. Anything.